What's up, time travelers? It's Professor Gatewood, and I'm here to discuss with you today some of the challenges and dangers associated with the American Civil War and the Battle of Gettysburg specifically. So this is going to be one of 3 podcasts that I post, each podcast dealing with a different specific issue related to the war and the Battle of Gettysburg. So issue number 1 that we're going to discuss is disease. While death and injury from gunfire and artillery fire was a huge issue during the American Civil War and the Battle of Gettysburg, diseases such as typhoid fever, smallpox, malaria, dysentery, yellow fever, tuberculosis, pneumonia, and scurvy ended up killing more soldiers than cannon and gunfire combined. There are a number of reasons why disease was so impactful and lethal and just prominent at the time. These reasons being poor hygiene combined with improper diet, overcrowding of the barracks and military camps, also the lack of garbage removal, and the limited amount of surgeons and medical staff. And then on top of all that, the medical staff that they did have available to them had very limited actual medical knowledge and didn't really understand concepts such as cross-contamination and germ transfer. So here are some of my tips in order to avoid contracting some of these awful diseases. First off, avoid being in close proximity with large groups as often as possible, because obviously the more people around you, the more prone you are to contracting disease from any member of that group. Second point, ensure to maintain a proper diet before traveling to Gettysburg, and then while you're there, avoid eating and drinking as much as you possibly can, because the food and water may also be contaminated. Finally, avoid scratches, cuts, or any type of battle-related wound, as the surgeons that you will have available to you will have very limited knowledge and may end up treating you with contaminated tools. So that ends the first podcast. I hope you take all of the information I've given you here in relation to disease into account, and now go listen to the second podcast that I have, where we're going to be discussing weaponry